In the Mahabharata, there is a conversation. Actually, what happened was when the Pandavas were in Vanavasa, they were in the forest exile. Once it so happened that they were in the middle of the forest. And in the forest, they had been walking for a long time. They were feeling a little thirsty. So Yudhishthira Maharaj sat down at one spot and he told the youngest of them, he told Sahadeva, please go and see somewhere some water is there. We are all feeling thirsty. Some lake or pond will be there. Sahadeva said, yes, I'll go and see. And he went searching for water. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, time is going. Sahadeva is not to be seen. And Yudhishthira Maharaj said, what is this here? We are all feeling so thirsty. Where has this Sahadeva gone? Nakula, you go and see, no, what he's doing, I don't know. Go and see. Nakula immediately went, I'll see, I'll search, I'll look for him. Nakula went. And Nakula went and 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Nakula has also not come. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj turned to Bhima. He turned to Bhima and he told him, look Bhima, this Nakula and Sahadeva, two brothers, they have gone. I don't know what they are doing. Some water only we asked. We didn't ask him to bring the moon. Some, I don't know what they are doing. Go, no, you go and see. So Bhima said, oh, don't worry, I'll get the water, and he went. 5 minutes over, 10 minutes over, 15 minutes over. Bhima also not come back. Now Yudhishthira Maharaj got a little anxious. Something is not okay. Bhima is also gone. Nakula is gone. Sahadeva is gone. Nobody is coming back. He turned to Arjuna. Arjuna, you go and see. Looks like some problem is there. Why don't you go and see? Arjuna said, no, don't worry, I'll see. Looks like something is not okay. And Arjuna went. Arjuna also went 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Arjuna also did not come back. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj thought, oh, something is really wrong. Nakula went, Sahadeva went, Bhima went, Arjuna went, and they are all, okay, Nakula and Sahadeva are small brothers, but Bhima and Arjuna are really capable people. They are powerful people. They are responsible brothers. They are not neglectful of the brothers' orders, and they cannot be stopped by anyone in this world. Even Lord Shiva cannot combat them. They are such powerful personalities, Bhima and Arjuna. So if they have not come back, something is seriously wrong. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj also set out. Let me personally go and see what happened. And he had walked a few steps. He came across a beautiful lake filled with crystal clear water and beautiful flowering and fruit trees surrounding it. There were swans swinging in the lake, beautiful lotus flowers, and the water is glistening in the sun. Beautiful crystal clear water and cuckoos and nice birds chirping and beautiful atmosphere. Yudhishthira Maharaj thought, water is so close by. Why all these people went and never came back? Then he went closer. Then he thought, let me search for my brothers, but let me drink the water. I'm feeling thirsty. And then I will search where these people went. When he approached the water, he saw on the bank of the lake, all his 4 brothers are lying. So he immediately walked up to them and checked them. They were all dead. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj thought, what is this? My brothers are dead. How is it possible? And then he looked around, seeing if there is some fight happened or some injuries. There were no injuries on the bodies of his brothers. And the surrounding was all the plants, trees, everything, shrubs, everything were normal. It didn't look like some big battle also had taken place. Now what is this? This is inexplicable. He could not find out the reason. Yudhishthira Maharaj thought, okay, let me drink the water, let me quench my thirst, then let me find out what exactly has happened. And he approached the water of the lake. The moment he approached the lake of the water, one yaksha's sound came forth. There was no person he could see, but disembodied voice he heard. And the voice told Yudhishthira Maharaj, oh Yudhishthira Maharaj, I am a yaksha living within this water of this lake. These yakshas are very powerful personalities. They are much more powerful than ordinary human beings like us. The yaksha announced to Yudhishthira Maharaj, this lake belongs to me. And without my permission, if anyone drinks water from this lake, he will drop dead. If you want to drink water from this lake, if you want my permission, then you have to answer my questions. Your brothers, because they could not answer my questions and they forcibly tried to drink the water of this lake, they have all died. If you want to drink the water, And if you want to live, then you have to answer my questions. Then Yudhishthira Maharaj said, okay, go ahead. Fire. Let us see what questions you want to ask. I am ready. Now, what question did the Yaksha ask? He did not ask him who built Taj Mahal and all the questions you get on Kaun Banega Karodpati. None of those questions were asked. The Yaksha asked a series of questions. One of the questions he asked Yudhishthira Maharaj was, how do we understand the real spirit of the Dharma? How do we understand the real spirit of the instructions of the Vedas? Because the instructions are there in the Vedas, they are all freely available. But how do we understand the intention behind them? What is the real spirit? What is the real meaning? What is the real essence of the Shastras? How do we understand? To which Yudhishthira Maharaj replied, Tarko apratishtaha shrutayo vibhinna. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, Tarkaha apratishtaha. Pratishta means to firmly establish something. Apratishta means unestablished. So Yudhishthira Maharaj said, to understand the real import of the Shastras, Tarkaha apratishtaha, by logic, apratishtaha, it is not possible to establish the truth. Tarko apratishtaha, Shrutayo vibhinna. And simply by reading the scriptures also one cannot understand, one cannot establish the truth. Why? Because every Purana you read, every Upanishad you read, you will get a different conclusion. And not only the Vedas are there, there are so many other religious scriptures in this world. Every scripture will give you a different conclusion. You cannot come to the final, ultimate, essential part of the Shastras simply by reading all the scriptures. It is not possible. Tarko apratishtaha shrutayo vibhinna. Nasa vrishir yasya matam na bhinnam. Now if I think I will go and hear from various philosophers. Even today there are many philosophers. Each one will tell something. Each one will have, somebody will talk about chakra, somebody will talk about yogasana, somebody will talk about nothingness, somebody will talk about infinity, somebody will talk about Adi Yogi, something and all. Every person will talk a different thing. Nasa vrishir yasya matam na bhinnam. A person cannot be called a philosopher until and unless all the other philosophies you have heard until now, in some way or the other. Some way or the other, he has to speak something new. Otherwise, nobody will listen to him. Otherwise, he is not a Muni. He is not a philosopher. If I repeat whatever another person has already spoken, then nobody will come and listen to me. They will all go to that person. I have to tell something new. Then only people will come and listen to me. Therefore, by going and hearing from different philosophers, again you cannot establish what is the truth. Then, how do we understand the truth? Dharmasya tattvam, the reality, the real essential part of the Shastras, which is to understand the Supreme Absolute Truth. Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam. It is hidden in the heart of the devotees. Mahajano yena gatas sapanthaha. Therefore, we have to follow in the footsteps of the great pure devotees, the Mahajanas. Who are the Mahajanas? The Mahajanas are 12 in number, as described by Yamaraj. Who are the Mahajanas? Janaka, Bhishma, Prahlada, Kapiladev, Devhuti, Kapila, Janaka, and Narada Muni, Brahmaji. These are the Yamaraj himself, the Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, Shukadeva Goswami, Vyasadev. These are the 12 personalities who are called Mahajanas in the Shastras. Why are they called Mahajanas? Dvadashaite Vijanimo. Yamaraj says, these 12 people know what is the absolute truth. As per the Shastras, if you want to know the inconceivable absolute truth, you have to hear from them, you have to follow in their footsteps. Therefore, Yudhishthira Maharaj says, if you want to really understand what is the essence of the Dharma, essence of the scriptures, the essence of Dharma, essence of scriptures is what? To understand the Supreme Absolute Truth. That is the final ultimate goal. And that can be done only if we follow in the footsteps of either one of these 12 Mahajanas or somebody coming in their Guru Shishya Parampara, unbroken Guru Shishya Parampara. And that is how we are able to understand the position of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, understand the position of Krishna, because we have understood this not simply from anybody and everybody, but we have understood it from Srila Prabhupada, who is the 32nd, is the unbroken chain of disciplic succession stemming directly from Krishna himself. And therefore, our understanding of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna is complete and perfect.